Hello joyful friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I will be starting a new art series on my channel. Today I will be starting a series where I make my character ideas. What I mean is, if I have any ideas I just haven't started doing or designed, I can just make it on a series on my YouTube channel. I got a lot of character ideas I've been wanting to do, and I just haven't done them yet. Any further ado, let's get started. For this character of mine, the plan for her is to make her sitting under a tree reading a book. I imagine her to be really into the stars and the space in general. So for the book that she'd be reading, it would say something like the stars or space. I also kind of made her head smaller and quickly shrinked her legs as well, because it seemed kind of big and long. Another thing too, in this drawing I wanted to draw was a dragon. I wanted to make the dragon lay down next to her with her tail wrapping around her as she reads her book. I liked that kind of combination of stars and astronomy with dragons. I think it's going to be interesting. First of all, I just wanted to say this is my first time drawing a dragon. I've never drawn them before, or well, I have at least, but they were terrible. And so this was going to be an interesting challenge for me. I had a reference I saw on Pinterest, and that's kind of the reference, and it kind of turned out a little goofy at first, as you can tell. I don't know what happened to him. So, yeah, he gets better though, I promise. He will not look weird forever. Anyways, I went back to the character and started making somewhat of an outfit that I also saw a reference on from Pinterest. So, like I said before, I also wanted to add astronomy to this, so I imagine her as an astronomer that studies the stars and also loves dragons. So I tried to add a lot of stars and moon kind of shapes all over her dress and a necklace, and just kind of moon astronomy things. For her hair, I kind of had like a bun kind of hairstyle, but also with some long hair. I tried to put like a knife through the bun because I've seen a lot of fantasy outfits with that, and I thought it would be interesting to add something like that. I eventually went back and worked on the dragon, and the dragon looks better. My mom suggested I move the face, which was very helpful, and I think it turned out better after changing the head position. I think it was kind of a weird kind of look. For the color of the dragon, I went for like a light gray and blue. I wanted to have some colors that somewhat matched astronomy and the main character, of course. Eventually, I added some color to her outfit. I went for a dark colored blue and some bit of gold and white. I thought this was a very kind of starry night sky colors, but it turned out really well. I really like the color that I chose, and it's very, very astronomy. I eventually put in some yellows to kind of make some star shapes and swirly designs. They very much popped on top of the blue, and they look really good when I put them on. I tried to add so much detail as much as I can for this drawing, like shading and eye outlines and just a lot. For the ground, I added like a lot of grassy colors and make it darkened and added a tree in the background. I think this background turned out really well when I got to it. And this is the final result. I think she turned out really well. I love her and her dragon. I'm possibly thinking about calling her Serena. But if you have any suggestions, tell me in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!